hello all and welcome. Hope you're all doing well and looking after each other and looking after yourselves. Today is 12th of January and I've got some seeds to get and sow. Onions, some leeks, some shallots, peppers, get them in. It's been a real cold night last night. 3.5 degrees C it went down to in the greenhouse here. A thing that I'm doing with regards me seed sowing, now call me silly, you know, I don't mind, but I've got my seed trays, and these I filled these up yesterday and then put them all into the house and left them literally next to where the grow lights are. So these are they've acclimatized, I suppose you could say. I mean, you could say, oh, no need to do that. As soon as they go into the propagator or whatever, they'll warm up. Well, these won't go into the propagator. These are going to go straight under my grow lights, because the house or the room that these are in, it's a decent temperature all day long, and I don't see the need for these to go into the propagator. As I say, yes, I know I've filled these with compost yesterday and I'm going to sow the seed on these and then go in. I've just brought these out to sow the seed, and maybe I'm daft. I mean, with another thing is, as I'll show you, with the water that I shall spray them with, this has been in the house. I topped this up yesterday, and again it's been in the house. I've just brought it out so that I can do these, and it's all about trying to be consistent. Maybe I'm wasting my time, I don't know. Tell me what you think. Maybe I'm being a bit silly in putting the compost in, putting them in the house, bring them out, sow the seed back in, you know. The compost, by the way, is my tried and trusted even clover. So I've got, with regards onions, let's have a look. I've got Elsa Craig, I've got Mammoth Red, Red Spark. Never done those before. In fact, to be perfectly honest, I've got the big Mammoth. Out of all of the onions that I've ever sown from seed, it's only these Mammoth Improved that I did. I did those last year and was really pleased with them. So because of that and because of the success, this year I'm going down the seed route for everything. And as I say, I'm doing the Mammoth Improved, I'm doing those Red Spark, I'm doing the Red Mammoth as well, I'm doing Kelsey, Elsa Craig, and then I'm doing, for the first time ever, I've never grown these before, some Zabroon shallots. With regards leeks, I'm doing Musselburgh and I'm doing Autumn Mammoth 2. And the peppers, I'm only doing sweet peppers this year. I don't know what the variety is, because of the fact that they were about June, July of last year. My daughter had signed up to one of these meal companies where you basically send to them for all the ingredients to produce your own meals. And in the box was really big yellow pepper. I thought, wow, that's a good size. And when she cut the top and to cut it open, there was a mass of seeds in the top. I did sow those. I did try a few, and I've saved them. They are in the house. I will show you those a bit later. I haven't got them out here with me at the moment, but I will show you those. And they have I'm trying to overwinter them. They're doing quite well, I will admit. They are doing very well. They're just on the window ledge in the spare bedroom. They've not been fed or anything, just been watered, and they're just quite merrily ticking along. So with regards to peppers, I'm just going to do I'm just going to do maybe 10 in one of these trays, just as a bit of a sort of backup, you might say. So I'll stop waffling, and without further ado, we'll get and do some seed sowing. I'm not going to show you it all because I've got about 9 or 10 different lots of seeds to sow, but I will bring you back and show you a little bit of sowing, and then I'll bring you back when I'm all finished and they're all ready to go back in the house. Well, as I was just saying about I've just popped in to fetch a couple of those peppers I was talking about. These were sown 15th of July last year. They'd gone up about to that sort of height roughly, and they'd started flowering. So I cut the tops off, and as you can see, you know, I'm very pleased with them. They've just been left in these 4-inch pots, just been watered on the window ledge, nothing special. I might give them a bit of a feed, use a bit of I have got a feed for peppers, so I might just mix a little bit up and give them a bit of a feed, but I'm in no real rush. There's some nice secondary growth, and they're just bushing up nicely. So the seed that I shall be sowing, that's the seed that was these. So I shall sow a few more of them into there. So without further ado now, we'll get on and get some seed sowing done. Okay, so the first of the onions I'm going to do is Kelsey. These I got these from Foster's Seeds. Had a bit of a search around to find them, but no, as I say, new one to me. So I do believe they produce quite a reasonable sized onion. So we'll get these in. I'm going to use the fairly large, or the bigger seed tray for that, because I'm going to do more of these than anything else really. And I'm just going to just try and space them out best I can. Try not individually spacing, but you know, just trying to give a bit of room between them. These will then be covered with some vermiculite, which I've got there. They'll all get a good watering. We'll give them a good covering of vermiculite. I've put these about 1/4 of an inch, or by the time I've finished putting this vermiculite on, they'll be about 1/4 of an inch covering over them. And put a bit more on. Put a bit more. and then I'll give these a good watering, label them. There we go. Get the sprayer. And give them a good watering. I believe it's always a good thing to do, because they're a fairly hard seed. I remember seeing something on YouTube and somebody saying about how to give them quite a good watering to start with, because of them being quite a hard shell. So we'll give them that'll do. And then of course don't forget the label. Move those to one side, put them over here. There we go. And I'll get on and do the rest, and then when I've finished I'll bring you back and show you all that I've done. So there we have it, all sown, leeks sown in 2 big pots. With leeks, and I think we're all the same, we always do too many, especially with Musselburgh in here. You seem to get hundreds of seeds, but that's something that is not a problem on our site, because there's a fella plot holder that always seems to struggle to grow leeks, and so any that I have left over, they always go his way, and anybody else for that matter that wants any. Onions, shallots and peppers all in here. I've done 2 trays of the Kelsey. I did order 2 packs of seed, and so I've done both trays. Again, they'll go to, if needs be, go to fella plot holders. The peppers and all the other onions now, and the shallots all done. I've put them in this big tray here, this gravel tray. This will now go in the house, and this will stand right next to my grow lights. In fact, they could go under my second set of grow lights, to be honest. So that is probably what I'll end up doing with these, because my grow lights have got a tray in the bottom with capillary matting, a water tank, so it'll help water them and they'll be kept at a decent temperature. So yeah, so the first of the seeds for 2022, onions, peppers, leeks, all sown and ready. Nice feeling to have got the ball rolling, get start again. It's I don't know what it is, but it seems to sort of just give you that little, I don't know, a little bit of something to want and get and do more. Well, that's it for this one. Thank you all very much for watching. It really is very much appreciated. Please like, comment, and if you're new to the channel, please think about subscribing. That would be brilliant. And the leeks, we always, I don't know what is it with leeks, but well, I've always found that with Musselburgh anyway, you always do seem to get a lot of seed in a packet, and I think we all, as I've said in the video about we all do too many, I think we do, we all sort of use all the pack up, but it doesn't really matter. As I've said before, I've got somebody that will have them off me, and not last year but the year before there was 2 plot holders that had some leeks off me, so they didn't go to waste. The peppers that you've seen I'd started last year and have clipped down, It'll be interesting to see how they go on, and as I say, through the year we'll see what sort of fruit they bear. That should be pretty good. And I've done all this, and one thing that I must, in a previous video I showed you, I had this garden journal, diary, call it what you like, that I had for Christmas. Well, I've written in here everything that I've sown, see, but I mean that's all as I can get in there really, where it's got sown inside and so on. I marked the calendar, but because I can only get them in there, what I've done, he says, fumbling to, here we go, the following page is budget and expenses. So I've written down what I've sown and written the date, because there are other things obviously that we could sow in January. One thing that some of you will have done and I haven't done yet is sweet peas. So you know, this gives opportunity to add things. I'm going to do my sweet peas probably middle February, something like that, middle to end of February. I shan't do any just yet. I found that last year I did some round this time, and by the time they were ready for going out they'd gone really quite leggy. I'll admit I could always cut the tops off, and I generally tend to do that with sweet peas so that it helps them bush a little, but we'll save that, sowing those, we'll save that for another video. So as I say, thank you all very much. Be good, look after yourselves, look after each other, and I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ra a bit.